All right. Hello, everyone. This is Eli, also known as Social Crypto or the Book of Eli. Doesn't really matter. I'm just here. The purpose of me being here is to put the humanistic side, put the psychology back into what's going on. And there's a lot of fear that's been going on these past couple of days, practically the whole month of January 2018. And we recently just had a meeting, or the SEC had a meeting today, February 6, 2018, about cryptocurrency. And there were various topics pertaining to cryptocurrency, and these topics were, but not limited to, Bitcoin, alternative coins, ICOs, exchanges, crypto exchanges, stock exchanges, the overall market, the adoption rate, and the understanding of this cryptocurrency market in a whole. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is Bitcoin. What the SEC is essentially saying is they are trying to understand the technology. They are trying to classify Bitcoin into a taxable type of investment, but they don't know exactly how to tax it, because some people view it as a holding, long-term hold investment. Other people are using it for trades, short-term investments, and other people are using it as like a payment system. So when you look at something like this that moves kind of borderless payment system slash a long-term hold, it gets confusing and conflicting of how actually you tax it, and that's the confusion that they're having right now. On top of that, they're talking about regulations on it. Regulations for cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, and I use them interchangeably, is hard to do. And so what they're saying is that technically they cannot regulate cryptocurrency because it's borderless. If Russia or Asia decided to sell or create a cryptocurrency, America does not have any jurisdiction outside of its borders to say to people, you can't invest into that. And so that was important for them to say, so that people can finally feel comfortable in knowing that essentially the SEC or the government or wherever it may be cannot essentially stop you from investing. They, however, are cautious about the new investors in general, about their security in investing, their knowledge in investing, the risk associated in investing, whether it be cryptocurrency, ICOs, and alternative coins. And they reference the ICOs, that essentially anybody can create an ICO depending on how much money they have to start it up, create a white paper, and get crowdfunding, which is what we do when we have the ICOs, and basically make a lot of money without actually delivering on what they said they were planning on doing. And so that, in looking at that scenario, you realize that is actually very risky. And as far as America is concerned, which they reference the innovation about America and how they embrace innovation and new technology, is that if many Americans fall for ICOs who are fraudulent, and especially fraudulent ICOs that are not within American borders, Americans essentially risk losing a lot of their, America in a whole risks losing money. And this is what they're trying to safeguard against. Though they can't, but they are trying to safeguard against that by creating more knowledge about cryptocurrency, overall knowledge about cryptocurrency, so that those who invest can know what to look for. What they also said is that, currently speaking, as of 2018, February 2018, no SEC company has filed with the SEC to, as far as registering their organization or their business. And that was a shocker. It was a red flag for the SEC for the fact that the SEC is not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're not regulating it that or safeguarding against that. And so what they asked for is additional funding for people to help regulate and help create a new network of SEC specifically towards ICO, cryptocurrency. And these people would be cryptographers, coders, technologies associated with cryptocurrency, and just having a group of people, allocating a group of people to understand technology and work with. Overall, the SEC recognizes that blockchain technology is revolutionary. The implications behind it, what it could do for, I guess, global transfers of currency, and how much money can be made throughout this technology. And so they're green for that. They're welcoming that because they know that America is one of the places that innovation happens. Facebook's happened, the MySpaces happened, the Amazon and eBay's happened, the PayPal's happened. A lot of these companies has happened. Google has happened through innovation and American entrepreneurs. And so Bitcoin, essentially, we're at this age where Bitcoin is going to revolutionize. It is already revolutionizing in a short period of time, and it's going to issue in new young minds, or maybe just minds in general, to work with the technology and to do wonderful, great things. And so if you think about that, that basically means we have a technology that can basically make America more rich than what it is. Overall, there's a global debt, and maybe this technology can help us eliminate many of this debt. And so, not trying to continue on with this topic too long, as overall what I want to say is that, you know, this is actually pretty good. This is actually pretty great. What's going to happen? It's 1:59 p.m. right now on February 6, 2018. Most news outlets are not going to say yet that, you know, the market is stabilizing, good news about it. They're going to continue to stay quiet or talk bad about it so that they can at least push the price down more or get in, because they realize the bottom is here. And then once their people, the inside people that know about this, who had the time to listen to this, knows or sees a clear bottom, they're going to then put out new positive news to say it's time to buy, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But what happens is that they're in before you, so whenever they choose to sell whatever large shares, the amount of coins they have, you'll be somewhat at a loss, or somewhat at a loss. I'm not gonna say you're losing everything, but you're gonna be somewhat at a loss because they've been investing before you. And the reason why I'm able to tell you this is because I am technically at my internship, I'm at my internship, and I have a lot of free time today because my supervisor's not here. Most 9-to-5ers are at work. Can't dedicate 2 hours plus in watching the SEC talk about cryptocurrency. Most people are at school. Most people are doing something. Me, I have free time, and I'm so fortunate to have this free time to actually look into it. And so I'm here to tell you that we are green. We are Project Green. We are about to take off. The market is picking up. It's just going to be a slow adoption rate of people actually knowing that this news is positive. And once this is known, which is going to be probably in a few hours to maybe the next few days, we're going to rebound. And the thing about this rebound is that it's going to be a green light to let us know that there's a possibility that these coins are going to go higher, a lot higher than when they were before. And I would caution those who are holding shit coins that really isn't backed up by anything, there's no real purpose behind it, to probably get rid of those coins. Because if the SEC wants to crack down on BS coins, they will, and they intend on doing so. They want people to be compliant, and if you're not compliant, you're going to be removed as a company, as a coin company, as a cryptocurrency. And so you want to basically invest into the coins, the cryptocurrencies, that companies that are actually sound and are actually doing something, actually have a real purpose in this world. Anyways, this is Social Crypto, also known as the Book of Eli, who is signing off now. Hope you guys have a good day. Invest well. I am not I hate saying this, or I never said this before, but I am not an what's the word? I don't remember the word, but I am not telling you to invest. I don't know. I am not a financial advisor. I am not telling you to invest. I'm just using this as for entertainment purposes only. And if you choose to follow what I do, that's at your own risk. Thank you and have a good day.